Counter-Strike 2 is kind of broken once again, so in today's video I want to bring some attention to a couple of issues regarding Counter-Strike 2. One of the issues we've already talked about in a previous video, but since Valve hasn't really done anything about this so far, I'm just bringing attention once again to it. I feel like they may just ignore it for now because it isn't really the center of attention at the moment since it's only affecting casual modes, but I still wanted to just mention it once again, so hopefully they will fix it as soon as possible. And the other two issues I want to talk about in this video are bugs that cause your game to crash. One of them in particular you can avoid easily. The second one, however, just randomly happened to me during Premier Matchmaking. Roughly 2 days ago, me and my friends were playing some Premier Matchmaking and my game just randomly froze towards the end of the match. And shortly after that my game just black screened and crashed completely. I was unable to close the game and it was very difficult without having to restart my computer fully, which would have been even more annoying, and I think we ended up losing the match as well, so this was a bit of a problematic thing, and at first I thought it was just a random crash that happened. But seeing other people talking about a similar experience with just a random crash happening in Premier Matchmaking, I wanted to mention this because it seems like it is a far more widespread issue than I first thought. Hopefully Valve will be able to fix this as soon as possible because this seems to be affecting a lot more people than I was first expecting. If you have experienced a crash similar to this, feel free to leave a comment down below. I would really like to hear how this has maybe affected you, and I would really like to hear whether or not this is still an issue in the game or if Valve have fixed this with one of the recent patches. With one of the recent updates, Valve introduced the music preview button to music volume sliders, which allows you to preview the volume in the settings, which I think is a very great addition to the game. However, at the current moment these brand new music preview buttons cause the game to crash. Not entirely sure when this happened, but with one of the recent patches apparently this brand new feature broke and they now cause your game to crash, as you can see in the background. Valve, please fix. And last but not least, we've already talked about this issue like I said a couple of weeks ago. The bot issue in casual matchmaking is still present in the game and you can still glitch out of every single map, and you can also shoot through walls, and it just gives you an unfair advantage, to be honest. How this works is very simple. This happens when you take control over a bot and then try to jump in a location where the jump is being obstructed. If that happens, the bot is teleported upwards, and if this continues to happen, this will continue on and on and on until your jump is no longer being blocked. As you can see on Office as an example, you can basically get to the top of the buildings, which is pretty overpowered, to be honest. As I've already mentioned, I feel like Valve hasn't fixed this issue so far because I feel like Valve is most likely focusing their attention towards Premier Matchmaking because that one is much more important at the current moment, and they can fix this issue in casual later on. So hopefully Valve will still address this issue in a couple of weeks. It'll be very nice to see this one getting fixed, and that's going to conclude today's video. Thanks for watching.